welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a quick video, and I'm going to try to make it as quick as I can, and I'm going to basically be telling you guys how I maintain my long hair. And also answer a couple questions that you guys have asked me throughout the years I've been on YouTube. A lot of people know that you can grow long hair. Honestly, it can be a challenge for some people, or it can be super easy for some people. It just depends. But one thing that everyone has in common is if you have long hair and you're not maintaining that health, of course it can break off, it can become brittle, it can become unhealthy, and it can have a hard time growing. So you can experience a lot of stunted growth and things like that. So I wanted to touch on a few key things throughout this video that is essential for keeping your hair long once it starts growing, to retain the length. Before getting into the video, I definitely want to let you guys know to subscribe to my channel down below, and also follow my natural hair care brand here. It's an actual beneficial account where you'll receive beneficial information as well, and especially if you love my products, you would definitely love it over there as well. So make sure that you give it a follow. I'm also gonna give you guys a little spill into my skin care, because I always get questions on my skin, and people always ask me like, how the heck is your skin so clear, and how do you come on YouTube constantly with no makeup on? So I wanted to like kind of give you guys a little spill of that as well. Since this video is going to be full of tips, might as well throw that in here as well. So this is going to be a really good video, so make sure that you stay tuned. Okay, so before I get into these amazing tips that I'm going to give you guys for how I retain my hair length, I want to, like I said, touch on my skincare. So a lot of people ask me what I do for my skin. When it comes to my skin, I keep everything pretty simple. I use water on a daily basis as to wipe my face, and I've actually had a little bit of breakouts here lately because I haven't been feeling the best, but most of the time I don't suffer from like breakouts or acne or anything like that. So my skin's pretty clear most of the time. And when I do my skincare routine, I will use a cleanser, a toner, and a moisturizer. I try those in-depth skincare routines where you do like 10 steps or you use like all these products, and it just does not work for my skin in particular. So I keep it to a minimum of 3 products, sometimes even just 2 products, and I don't go overboard with my skincare, and I also don't try out a lot of things. But today I am going to be trying out a new skincare line that I've never heard of, but they did reach out to me today. So I definitely want to share it with you guys because I thought that their products were pretty cool, and I also love their website because they really go into depth on how your skin is, what type of skin you have, if you suffer from things like acne and things like that. And I love skincare websites that do that. So this skincare brand is called KO Lab. They did send me over their cleanser, their toner, and their moisturizer. So only 3 products, which is amazing because like I said, I don't like to do it too much in depth like on the product side. So I have their 10% glycolic, I think I'm saying that right, acid cleanser. And this cleanser in particular is to control blemishes, stimulate cell renewal, and resurface the skin. They do say that this product is a deep cleanser, so it is a deep facial cleanser, and it's very light going onto my skin. Not a very harsh cleanser at all. I could barely feel it on my skin. Of course, the toner is meant to minimize the pore. So this toner in particular also says that it refines skin texture. So this is an advanced toning complex with 8% glycolic acid. That was a really refreshing toner. They also have their glycolic acid moisturizer, which is to brighten and intentionally hydrate the skin. So I just put that on to pretty much seal in the toner. If you guys want to check out these awesome products, I'm going to have a link down below for you guys if you are looking for new skincare products and you just want to try out something. Also, if you like a website that's jam-packed and asks you full-blown questions before you buy their products, then you will actually like their website as well. So they do go very, very into depth. But I wanted to give you guys pretty much a little spill on how I choose my skincare. I normally just go for natural skincare. I normally go for skincare that is simple and that is straight to the point, and I don't want to have to buy 50 million products. The first thing I want to mention for how I maintain my hair growth is to keep my scalp very clean and to use products that are amazing for my scalp. So I used to not really pay too much attention to my scalp. I know that sounds really bad, but I say it all the time on my channel that I used to co-wash my hair all the time and I barely even touched the shampoo. When I first went natural, I was like, oh my god, shampoos are drying, they're not good for your hair, I shouldn't be using them. And I followed the Diva Curl method to a T, and I was just constantly using co-wash. I did that for over 3 years, and my hair was starting to really react to it around the time that I stopped, and my hair was like growing but not growing as much as it grows now. My curls were length, my scalp felt itchy a lot, and I couldn't figure out why. But when I did that one switch of just not co-washing constantly, that changed my routine and my hair started to look alive again. I also changed the products that I was using because I was trying to like try out all these products, and now I don't really try out a lot of products, and if I do try out products, they are extremely healthy products, organic based, and they are from companies that actually care about the health of your hair. And I also only use Nourish by Shawntas products now, so my hair is very, very much so healthy, and my scalp is very, very much so healthy, and it makes it easier for my hair to grow. So if you are not having the healthiest scalp, you're probably 9 times out of 10 going to have a lot of problems with growing your hair, because it starts with the scalp, it starts with the foundation. If that is not at its high point, then your hair is not going to be at its best either. So you don't want a lot of buildup on that area. So make sure that you're cleansing your hair you know, on a pretty good schedule. So this next tip that I'm going to give you guys is very, very much so prominent on my channel. I always talk about it, and that is hair moisture. So keeping your hair moisturized really does help with the growth of your hair. As I always explain to you guys, if you have a plant in your home, you are supposed to water it, otherwise it's going to be dry, it's going to die. So you need water, your hair needs water, just like your body. So if you're not moisturizing your hair pretty often, I would say every day or every other day, then your hair is going to be very dry and very, very easy to break. So moisturizing your hair really does help to maintain not only the health of your hair, but also the length of your hair, because you're not constantly having dry hair, and dry hair is easier to break. So I honestly just put a leave-in and water into a spray bottle, and I re-moisturize my hair with that. Or you can use re-moisturizing products. Just make sure that you're using good re-moisturizing products. Or you can just use a water bottle and then put your cream or your leave-in on top of your hair if you don't want to mix into a water bottle together. Just make sure that you're moisturizing your hair. It's really helped me. That's one tip that's really helped me with maintaining healthy hair, and also helping my hair to be like moisture trained. So I really love to moisturize my hair. It's a really, really important step to me, which is why all the products on Nourish by Shawntas website is geared towards moisturizing hair, because that is what helps with growth. All right, so number 3 is pretty obvious. If you're trying to grow your hair, trying to maintain your hair, you definitely don't want to always do styles and things that are going to constantly break your hair. So if you're new to my channel, you're probably wondering why my hair is not out. I honestly was not feeling it today. I put my hair up in a ponytail. But when I wear my hair up in a ponytail, I use silks scrunchies to put my hair up. I don't use scrunchies that have like the metal piece on them. I don't use scrunchies that are super tight that are going to pull out my hair. I use scrunchies that are going to be gentle on my hair, so then when I take it out, I don't have to look at like a whole glob of hair that had to come out with the scrunchie. So if you're going to use a scrunchie or a hair tie, just make sure that it's going to be gentle on your hair. If you're going to do a protective style, make sure that that protective style is going to be gentle on your hair, because if you're going to be doing a protective style and it's like pulling your hair and like really hard on your hair, then there's no point of that, and most likely that is going to pull your edges or the nape of your hair. So just make sure that either when you're wearing a protective style, you really do take care of your hair, or you try to do more low manipulation protective styles that are not going to really do anything to the edges of your hair or anything to your hair that is over the top. So yeah, avoiding styles and hair ties and things that are just going to add to breaking the hair is very crucial to maintaining healthy hair and long hair. Okay, so this next one you guys are probably not gonna like, because I know that there are some people who are like trim crazy, scissor crazy, and they do not believe in people who do not cut their ends. But I will say, in the Native American tribes, they actually don't cut their hair, and they have some of the longest hair. So you don't have to constantly cut your hair. And I honestly think that messes with the hair growth journey. You can cut your hair. Of course, you guys seen that I trim my ends sometimes, but I don't constantly do it. There's some people who constantly cut their hair, and they're like, why doesn't my hair grow? Well, it's because you constantly cut it. So if you are constantly cutting your hair, it can definitely mess with the length of your hair. It's not going to do anything to the health of your hair. Of course, you can cut your hair however you want, but I just threw this tip in here for those of you who are really trying to maintain long hair. Most of the time, you want to trim your ends as needed, so you don't have to go on like a schedule where you're like, okay, 2 weeks is here, gotta get my hair trimmed. Most of the time that is like, you may be cutting off actual length. So you should definitely go on based on how your hair looks. That's what I do personally. Well, let me just speak for myself. I personally only go on based on how my hair looks. So if I feel like my ends need to be clipped, then I'll get them clipped, or I'll cut my hair, or I'll cut my ends a little bit. But I don't have like a strict schedule or anything like that. I don't care what people say. I don't care what hairstylists say. This is what has worked for me for many years, and I don't really have to like do that with my hair. Speaking of Native Americans, a lot of people ask me who come through on my channel if I have Native American anywhere in my bloodline, and the answer is yes, I do. Next thing I wanted to mention is detangling. I detangle my hair very gentle, and I used to only use my hands to detangle my hair, but as my hair has gotten longer, it just takes up too much time. So I actually use a Tangle Teezer brush. I found that the Tangle Teezer brushes are very good on my hair. So yeah, the Tangle Teezer is what I would recommend to you guys if you are wanting to have like a tool that detangles your hair very well. That is definitely what I recommend. If you overwhelm your hair and detangle your hair with like a rat tail comb when you have super curly hair, or if you're just using the wrong detangling device on your hair, you could really do a number on your hair, and that could definitely result in hair breakage. Also, you don't want to not detangle your hair at all. So if you have tangled hair most of the time, that can also cause your hair to break. So I just talked to you guys about wearing low manipulation styles and how it can really help your hair if you're protective styling in that manner. So I wanted to go back to that because protective styling helps with maintaining your hair. So in the wintertime, I do a lot of twists when I'm at home. I showed you guys my favorite style that I said saved my hair, which was just the twist. That's a low manipulation protective style for my hair because I do not have to touch it a lot. It's not pulling on anything. So I wear a twist a lot in the winter time. Sometimes I do it in the summertime as well, as you guys seen. I love that style. I love wearing my hair in that type of style because you can just do that style. Put a lot of moisture into your hair and leave it alone for like a day or two and then redo the style, and it really grows your hair. Like, almost crazy how fast your hair will grow from that style. A lot of people were commenting on that video that I posted where I said that it saved my hair, and they were saying that, you know, it was too kiddie, or people with shorter hair can't do this. I would just say that if you think that it's too kiddie, put on some hoop earrings. I don't wear makeup, but a lot of people wear makeup. So if you put on makeup with that style, you're not gonna look like a kid, and it really does work. So I 100% stand by that style. That has really helped my hair. But yes, if you are trying to grow out your hair, trying to maintain your hair length, then low manipulation protective styling is your best friend. And that's something that I've done all throughout my hair journey, just to maintain the health of my hair, and it 100% works. So when you're sleeping, I highly recommend that you sleep on a satin or silk pillowcase because it really does help your hair as well. I think I'm going to do a video on satin and silk pillowcases to basically tell you guys a little bit more about it because it's super important. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to mention is the lock method. This is something that has really helped with maintaining my healthy long hair for a very long time. So the lock method is something that I explain a lot on my channel, and it's a leave-in cream in the oil. So it's basically a moisture technique to make sure that the moisture stays in your hair. So I use this all the time. Sometimes I will skip some of the steps, or I'll add a gel. I always add a gel if I'm doing like a wash and go, but I always start off with the leave-in. So starting off with a moisturizing product, layering it on with another moisturizing product, which is like a cream, and then sealing it all in with an oil. It really does help with your hair growth. Oil is very important to that routine. So that's something that I've been doing for so long. It's something that has helped me for many years. So I have a video that I'm going to link down below where I go in depth on like product choices and things like that. I'll have that link down below or have it up here somewhere. I'm also going to be doing a video soon with my favorite hair products. Like this video if you guys want to see that. If you guys want to see like what my updated favorite hair product list is, make sure that you like this video or let me know down in the comment section so I can make that video for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up as well. And this should be a very like straight to the point guide for you guys. So hopefully you loved it, and I will see you guys in my next video. And I want to thank KO Labs for sponsoring today's video as well. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.